Welcome to the real life show, Living with a Chronic Illness. We are your hosts, Cassie and Chelsea. I'm Cassie, a single mom living with a chronic illness who is extremely passionate about living a full and happy life.
And I'm Chelsea, a mindset coach that has a passion for helping people learn to put themselves first and be the best version of themselves each and every day.
We came together to create Spoonies Unite, an uplifting community that offers resources, guidance, and support so you can live your best life while giving you the space to be yourself, be heard, and feel understood. We hope that by providing education from experts, we help Spoonies and their loved ones thrive.
This show is not only for those who live with a chronic illness, but their friends, family, spouses, and just anyone else existing on the earth. Our goal is to normalizing having a chronic illness by sharing the real stories with real people and show the world how relatable those everyday struggles can be. There's a little something in here for everyone.
And of course, thank you to our patrons for your continued support making this possible. If you love our show and want to get some extra goodies, go to patreon.com/therealspooniesunite. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the real life show, Living with a Chronic Illness. We are continuing on our journey through our energy management workbook. Today is day 4. So as always, you have your daily check-in questions, your gratitude, your proud moments, your check-in on your spoons. And then today is a very interesting question, I think. I feel like it's one that can be really hard to reflect on and to set boundaries on when you need to. Huh, Cass? What do you think about it?
Yeah, dude. So who in your life takes your energy away and who gives you energy? These are super duper important questions because kind of like Chelsea was saying a little bit before, like there's certain people that you spend your time with that drain you. I mean, like there's like energy suckers out there, you know, like I have had a family member who I love dearly, but every time that I'm with them, they don't know how to like have the filter on and just like be there with you. They just require taking your energy when you interact. And there's just, we've all had people like that. Or, you know, maybe you have that coworker who like stands a little too close and you're like, you're fucking taking my energy just simply because they're standing too close to you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that even will take your energy. So we want you to reflect on this, like as big or as small as it might be. It might be someone that you're living with, or like I said, it could be just that coworker who just doesn't understand like a personal bubble, you know? So this was a really important question for me, because I am a caregiver and, you know, I'm a single mom and I have my job and everything. So I have like a lot of people that I give my energy to. I also had to really be honest with myself and admit that one of the people in my life who takes my energy is like my ex-husband, even if his name is like mentioned. So I kind of had to take ownership of that he actually like, he doesn't even have to like be present or have a phone call or like with me or anything. Just, it's like, I've noticed that even if he's talked about, I get a little tense, and I had to just be honest. I'm like, yeah, I give my energy to that. So it's not even really fair for me to say that he takes it away because I kind of allow that to happen and it's all in my head. But it was important for me to recognize that. I also put my stepdad definitely takes energy because he is constantly worrying about me, which makes me fucking worry about him. And then I'm worrying about him, worrying about me. And it's this like cycle and it takes my energy. And so, yeah. And sometimes, you know, clients will sometimes take energy. But again, it's not necessarily like they're taking it. It's sometimes that I'm just giving it a lot that way. And talking to negative people really fucking takes my energy. But that's not a huge part of my life anymore because I have mostly like eliminated those people out. And who gives me energy is my son. Definitely gives me energy. He's a great way of kind of like recharging me. A lot of my girlfriends are great, and Chelsea, and so I don't have like, and my boyfriend definitely gives me energy, like, which for those who might be newer listeners and didn't listen to our episode way in the beginning, he lives in Montana. I live in Kansas. We haven't seen each other for 5 months now because of the coronavirus.
And there is an interview with Cassie's boy.
One
of our first ever episodes.
Dude, when we first met, we weren't even boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. What?
You weren't. That's true.
Relationship series. Yeah. Interesting stuff. We're going to have to like redo those again, like do another one like later.
We will.
But so we haven't even seen each other for 5 months. He lives in Montana. I live in Kansas. And but he totally like gives me energy when we talk or FaceTime. I don't feel like I'm using up spoons to interact with him or chat with him. I actually feel like more invigorated. I'll get off of FaceTime and be like, okay, I'm ready to freaking make dinner now. And so that's pretty nice. So yeah, really like taking a toll of those that you're interacting with in your life and like, you know, are they giving you energy? Are they taking energy away? This is super important because if you find someone that you're like, man, my friend from so-and-so always makes me feel energized and happy and good. Well, then maybe you need to like be around that person some more or talk to them on the phone, you know? So what about you, Chelsea?
I get super drained by negative people as well. And so when I was kind of thinking about this, it's not so much that it's always certain people that drain my energy. And I mentioned in a previous episode that I've got some family that can be a little bit draining to me. I definitely have like a time limit before I'm like, okay, and I need some space. But a lot of it's the negativity and neediness. Like when people are like, I need something right now, or I need all of your attention right now. I just have a hard time doing that, especially because as I've mentioned before, I have a lot going on in my life. And so when someone right out of the blue is like, I need all of your attention now, that can be kind of hard for me to pivot in my brain. Though I do have to admit that's more of a problem within myself than it is for other people. And that being said, if I have a friend or a family member or just anyone who's like, I've been going through some crap and I need to talk, that doesn't mean that I won't talk to them. I just have noticed that people are like, I need something done right now. I need this right now. Can feel kind of draining to me, but the negativity for sure. And so I've had some friends that can be pretty negative. And at one point in time, I was kind of like, well, maybe I just need to cut this person out of my life. But I kind of came to a realization of I can set boundaries. And if they're starting to be really negative, then I can kind of either redirect the conversation or just not talk to them at that point in time. And just kind of appreciate that maybe we have different viewpoints on life and know that there's still lots of ways we can have fun. And as long as we stay within those zones of fun and not in the negativity, then I can still have that relationship. But I think just kind of noticing those things, like, do you have a time limit on people? If they're in a certain mood that you just can't see them? I get really, really drained. If my fiance is a very level-headed guy. And so when he gets stressed and anxious, which in all honesty, he's super good at hiding it. Unless he comes out and says it most of the time, I have a really hard time noticing that he's stressed because he's so good at hiding it. But so when he feels anxious or stressed about something, it just causes my energy expenditure and my anxiety to go through the roof because it's just so unexpected for me. People that give me energy are people that just have kind of a relaxed demeanor. They're not like, they just want to like hang out and chat. We don't have to go do a lot of stuff. There's really low expectations just because I don't like having to worry about fulfilling other people's expectations of me. I like to just be myself. So like Cassie said, the two of us can talk for days and be okay. I love spending time with my fiance and just I've even got some clients that I really enjoy spending time with because I just like talking to them and I like just being in the same space as them. So trying to spend more time with those people is something that makes a big difference. So I know that this question can be a little hard to kind of reflect on because one, you kind of have to look at some of the relationships in your life and really think about them. And sometimes you also have to look at yourself and be like, how am I internalizing this problem and making it a bigger problem than it needs to be?
Yeah, you need to own responsibility for your part in it too.
Mm-hmm. So this is a good question. Make sure that you take the time to really think about it. And then again, it's not cutting people that drain your energy out of your life can be a good option, or at least setting some sort of boundaries on that relationship can be really, really important. So that's the daily question for day 4. And we'll be in your ears tomorrow with day 5.
Bye.
Almost done with week 1.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please write us a review to help us reach more people like you.
If you'd like to connect with Cassie and I, you can find us on Instagram at The Real Spoonies Unite. You can also join our private Facebook community, Spoonies Unite, or you can visit our website, therealspooniesunite.com, for all sorts of resources and to stay up to date with our current projects. And don't worry, you can find all of these links in the show notes below.
Thank you to our wonderful Spoonie patrons for all your support, and you can become one too. That's right. All you have to do is go on over to patreon.com/therealspooniesunite, and you can get all sorts of extra goodies like videos of our episodes and more.
Any support is greatly appreciated. It helps enable us to create more content for all of you, as well as make this podcast sound better and better. Thanks for listening. We can't wait to be back in your ears soon.